Chosen one, this is your last moment to decide whether you stay or walk away, because what's opening right now will not wait for you to come back. This message is not finding you by chance. If these words are reaching you, it is because heaven has deliberately drawn your attention and something irreversible has already begun to move. What is unfolding is not ordinary. The spiritual atmosphere is shifting. What once felt stable is loosening. What once felt distant is closing in. And the window to step into what was always meant for you is opening now. A divine lockdown is taking place, but not to confine you. This is a set-apart moment, and only those who recognize it will understand why everything suddenly feels different. This is a season of separation. Distractions are being stripped away, not gently, but intentionally. Silence is no longer empty. It is becoming the ground where transformation takes root. The world may look like it's spinning out of control, as if nothing makes sense anymore. But for those who are paying attention, purpose is sharpening in the stillness. As the blackout begins, the constant noise, the pressure, the false urgency of the world starts to fade. And what replaces it is not comfort, but clarity. Confusion and chaos will try to overwhelm you. They will rush in, demanding your focus, urging you to move, to react, to doubt. But this is the very moment when spiritual vision is being refined. While others stumble through the darkness, the chosen will begin to see what was always hidden. In the silence, God's voice will not whisper. It will echo. And there is one truth about what's happening right now that has not yet been revealed. Something most will miss entirely. Something that changes how everything ahead unfolds. What is unfolding is not collapse. It is an opening for divine authority to rise. Fear will shake the structures of the world, but the chosen will stand, not by force, but by faith. The storms will intensify. The pressure will increase. Yet this is not meant to destroy you. This is the fire where God forges clarity, courage, and unshakable purpose. As iron is strengthened in flame, identity is being sealed in resistance. Many will grow weary, but those who have been prepared will stand with a strength that does not come from themselves. This moment follows a pattern heaven has used before. David was anointed long before the crown appeared. Esther was positioned before the decree was revealed. Joseph was hidden in the prison before authority rested in his hands. What looks like delay is alignment. What feels like testing is recognition. The world calls it survival, but heaven calls it appointment. Those who know who they are will not panic. They will rise. A covering has already been released. In the middle of confusion, divine security is moving quietly, precisely, intentionally. God's hand is not distant. It is active, guarding, guiding, and carrying his own through the fire without consuming them. This is not the hour to hesitate or shrink back. This is the threshold where movement matters. The shift is no longer approaching. It has begun. Every struggle, every delay, every season where nothing seemed to move was shaping you for this hour. Nothing was wasted. Now the call is unfolding in full weight. When the world begins to shake, the chosen will not. Stay awake. Stay aligned. What was promised is no longer distant. In the quiet thinning of the world's noise, a divine signal has already been released, and it is reaching those who were prepared to hear it. This is not a gentle nudge. It is an awakening call carrying prophetic force. Heaven is initiating a sequence that will not resemble what came before. This message does not arrive softly. It presses, stirs, and demands attention. The days ahead are charged. Purpose is woven into them, and meaning is accelerating. What once felt ordinary will no longer remain so. You are standing at a threshold history only visits rarely. What is forming now will redirect paths, shift authority, and expose what has long been hidden. The heavens are speaking with intention, and your presence here is not coincidence. This moment was set in place long before you were aware of it. Alignment is happening beyond sight, preparing to release insight and strength to those marked to lead. This is not the hour for fear, it is the hour for recognition. Faith is rising as heaven moves to reshape what the world thought was fixed. The urgency you feel is real. The plan is already active for those who can perceive it. Listen closely. You were not only invited, you were chosen for participation. The signs are no longer subtle. The message carries warning, promise, and summons in one breath. The alert has sounded. This is a sacred opening, a narrow window into the destiny written into you before you had words for it. The chosen are being called forward. Preparation is no longer optional. Before moving on, mark this moment. Like the video and share video if it connects with you. Stay connected by subscribing, as we're aiming for 20,000 subscribers. Now, take a moment to write 999 or 777 inches, the comments, and write your city and location. Support through Super Thanks helps this message reach further. Heaven acknowledges awareness. Amen. Your calling has reached a point of urgency that will not wait for a better season. This is not about someday. This is about now. A period of testing and strengthening is at hand, not to break you, but to anchor you. Your focus is being refined. Your resolve is being reinforced. Passivity will cost you more than effort ever could. This moment asks for response. The world will feel the shaking first. What once looked secure will begin to fracture. Familiar systems will lose their grip. Yet those who have been watching, waiting, and listening will not collapse with them. You will rise. What flows through you will become protection, discernment, and steady ground in the storm, like Noah carried through the flood while everything else was washed away. This is not a season of survival. It is a summons to alignment, a call to shed what has distracted you and loosen what has weighed you down. Elijah was hidden by the brook before his voice confronted kings. Moses was shaped in the wilderness before he carried authority. What feels like withdrawal is often where power is entrusted. You were not chosen for ease, but for weight. Leadership is forming in you, quietly and deliberately. The lockdown you sense is not punishment. It is consecration. The world may call it limitation, but heaven calls it incubation. What is forming cannot be rushed or exposed too early. This is the hidden place where growth deepens beyond noise and applause, where clarity replaces confusion, where strength settles into your spirit. Like a seed breaking open underground, transformation happens out of sight before it ever appears in light. You are not retreating in fear, you are being redefined. A new identity is taking shape, one marked by courage, authority, and light. What is being revealed to you now will sharpen your faith, awaken dormant gifts, and clarify why you were set apart. It will stretch you, it will press you. But this process is not random, it is sacred. This season is not a delay, it is a necessary crossing, a checkpoint where preparation meets destiny. Here, nothing is rushed and nothing is hidden. Hearts are weighed. Alignment is revealed, not to condemn, but to clarify who is ready to move forward. This is where faith is tested beyond words, and obedience is measured in motion, not intention. This moment matters because it confirms whether your steps are truly aligned with what heaven is unfolding. Readiness is not assumed here. It is revealed. Like Gideon at the river, separation happens quietly, decisively. What remains is not louder, but truer. This is a moment of truth, not to impress heaven, but to awaken certainty within you. Clarity will rise here. Either your path will be affirmed, or refinement will be exposed. Both are mercy. Fear has no place in this passage. Reflection does. Alignment does. Beyond this checkpoint waits a deeper measure of authority, one that cannot be carried without preparation. The testing may press you, but it will not empty you. It will fill you. Strength, wisdom, and confidence will emerge, not borrowed, but rooted. Stillness is required now. Not retreat as escape, but stillness as instruction. Staying inside is more than physical. It is spiritual positioning. In the quiet, guidance sharpens, protection settles, power gathers. While the outside world grows louder and more unstable, your interior ground becomes firm. Silence becomes the place where direction is received and endurance is formed. This obedience sets you apart. Not hidden in fear, but set aside for strengthening. When you emerge, clarity will rest on you. Insight will flow through you. What was dormant will awaken. Gifts long buried will rise with purpose. This is not passive waiting. It is active becoming. Like a seed unseen beneath the soil, something mighty is forming. Not for personal gain, but for service. You are being shaped to carry light, healing, and direction for others. As the world enters turbulence, survival will no longer depend on force or control, but on discernment. Wisdom will become the true advantage. Calm will lead where panic fails. Those prepared in stillness will move with clarity in chaos. You will navigate storms without being consumed by them. Faith will steady you where fear overtakes others. Confusion will not govern your steps. You will carry peace as direction, not escape. While systems shake and structures fall, divine order will remain intact. Provision will arrive with precision. Steps will be guided. Needs will be met. You will not stand by your own strength, but by a deeper security that cannot be shaken. This is not merely protection, it is anchoring. In the eye of the storm, you will stand steady, not spared from reality, but held within it. A living witness that divine purpose does not collapse under pressure, it rises. A blackout is approaching, not only of systems and signals, but of understanding itself, a thickening darkness where truth will no longer be obvious to the many. Confusion will spread quickly, and certainty will feel rare. Yet, this will not be your hour of despair. This will be your hour of distinction. As vision fades for the masses, those who have been prepared will begin to shine with unusual clarity. The darkness will not weaken your light. It will reveal it. This season will test more than endurance. It will test perception. Answers will be scarce, voices will conflict, and certainty will feel inaccessible to those who never learned how to listen in the quiet. But you will not be searching blindly. Insight has already been cultivated within you. Wisdom has been stored for this very hour. What God has placed in you will become a reference point for others, a steady flame when everything else flickers. In this time, you will recognize something settled deep within you, a knowing that you are not misplaced, a certainty that you are standing exactly where you are meant to stand. You were shaped for this convergence, prepared in unseen seasons. As the world dims, the truth you carry will grow brighter. The blackout will not erase you. It will underline your purpose. What rises next will require leadership, not titles, but presence, not noise, but authority. This is where the chosen step forward, not by force, but by alignment. And yes, it may feel isolating at first, like being set apart without explanation. But isolation has always been the doorway to transformation. Seeds are buried before they break the surface. Roots deepen in darkness before they sustain fruit. This is not abandonment. It is precision. God is doing deep, exacting work beneath the surface of your life. Old fears are being stripped away. False identities are dissolving. The weight you carried that never belonged to you is being removed. Like silver refined in fire, what remains is truer, stronger, and ready. Isolation is not rejection. It is refinement. In this hidden space, awakenings will occur quietly but powerfully. Insight will arrive without announcement. Direction will become instinctive. You will feel purpose reassemble itself within you. And remember, this season has an end. You are not being hidden forever. You are being readied. When you emerge, you will not step forward unsure or fragmented. You will move with steadiness, with confidence that does not need approval, with clarity that cuts through panic. While fear spreads quickly around you, purpose will anchor you. Others will be searching for direction, for someone who is not shaken. You will recognize yourself becoming that presence. You will speak truth where confusion reigns. You will bring calm where panic dominates. Not because you are untouched by reality, but because your strength is drawn from a deeper source. You were prepared for this moment, even if the world was not. This is your hour to rise, not loudly, but unmistakably. Fear will sharpen your discernment. Chaos will become the backdrop against which wisdom stands out. Purpose will no longer feel theoretical. It will move through your actions. Authority will rest on you naturally because it was cultivated in private. Limitations that once defined your reach will begin to fracture. Barriers that resisted effort will yield to obedience. Internal ceilings will lift. External resistance will weaken. God's intervention will not be symbolic, it will be tangible. The weight of restraint will fall away step by step, replaced with freedom that feels almost unfamiliar at first. This freedom will not lead to recklessness, it will lead to effectiveness. Power will flow without striving. Potential that once felt dormant will activate, not because you forced it, but because the time has come. This will not remain internal. Breakthrough will follow you outward. Doors will open that logic cannot explain. Provision will arrive with precision. Just as manna appeared daily in the wilderness, not stored but trusted, what you need will meet you where you are. Not only materially, but emotionally and spiritually. Sustenance will be complete. Lack will give way to sufficiency. Uncertainty will yield to direction. Struggle will no longer define your days. And what flows to you will not stop with you. It will move through you to others. Abundance will carry assignment. Miracles will no longer feel distant or theoretical. They will appear as interruptions to limitation. Reversals will unfold quickly. Those overlooked will be repositioned. The humble will be elevated. The last will move forward. This shift will not resemble the systems of the world. It will reveal the order of heaven. Those who endured quietly will be vindicated openly. What was dismissed will be restored. What was broken will be lifted. You may have felt invisible, underestimated, or passed over. That season is ending. Visibility is coming. Not for ego, but for impact. What has been forming in secret is about to be revealed. Not with arrogance, but with unmistakable alignment. People will see what they missed. And it will not be something you announce. It will be something evident. Provision will continue to surprise you. Support will rise from unexpected places. Opportunities will arrive without explanation. God's supply does not follow predictable channels. It follows purpose. This abundance carries responsibility. It is fuel for leadership. It is resource for service. The more you trust it, the more clearly it will flow. A great reversal is underway. The meek are being entrusted. The faithful in small things are being positioned for much. This will stand as a testimony, not to human effort, but to divine faithfulness. Spiritual gifts that once lay dormant are stirring, not for spectacle, but for service. Discernment, wisdom, healing, insight, courage. What you carry is meant to build, restore, and guide. You will not operate alone. You are part of something larger, a movement awakening simultaneously across many lives. This awakening will accelerate. Power will move swiftly. Signs of heaven's nearness will become undeniable, not confined to stories of the past, but present and active. You will witness what only God can do, and you will not only witness it, you will participate. Miracles will strengthen your faith, and the faith you carry will strengthen others. You are stepping into your role as a carrier of divine clarity in an uncertain world, not as an observer, as a vessel. This is bigger than you, but you were chosen for it. What you have endured was never meaningless. The pain that bent you, the collapse that stripped you bare, the trials that pressed you beyond what you thought you could survive were not signs of weakness. They were marks of divine strength being revealed under pressure. Heaven does not waste suffering. What tried to break you was allowed to reveal what was already inside you. The depth of what you faced is the measure of what you were built to carry. You were not wandering. You were being led. Every closed door, every delay, every season where clarity disappeared was part of a precise guidance you could not see while you were inside it. You have been marked not for comfort, but for significance, not to be spared from the fire, but to emerge with authority forged in it. This is not reassurance. This is activation. Something in you is being called forward now. The supernatural is no longer waiting at a distance. It is moving closer, pressing into the visible, preparing to break through the ordinary. What once felt abstract will become undeniable. Power will no longer feel theoretical. It will move, shift, and interrupt reality itself. And when it does, it will not be random. It will follow alignment. It will follow readiness. It will follow those who were shaped in silence and sharpened in resistance. When the darkness lifts and the world stumbles out of confusion, you will not be searching for footing. You will already be standing. While others ask what happened, you will know why it happened. While others panic, you will move with clarity. While others look for leaders, they will recognize something settled on you that cannot be explained by circumstance. This is not the end of a journey. It is the moment the weight shifts. What you thought was the breaking point was the turning point. What you survived was training. What you endured was evidence. Heaven has been watching, measuring, preparing, and now the signal has been released. Do not mistake this stillness for delay. Do not confuse this tension for uncertainty. You are standing at the edge of something that will require everything you have become, and everything that has been forming beneath the surface is about to be called into motion. Father God, I come before you in this sacred hour, recognizing that nothing unfolding now is accidental. You have led your chosen into this moment of stillness, not to weaken them, but to anchor them. I thank you for the covering you have already released, for the protection that moves quietly yet powerfully over every life listening to this call. Strengthen what has been forged in silence. Seal the identity that was refined through pressure. Let fear lose its voice, and let discernment rise with clarity. Where the world is shaking, establish your people as steady ground. Where confusion thickens, Ignite wisdom that cannot be dimmed. I declare that what was hidden is being prepared, not delayed. That what felt like isolation was alignment. That every trial carried purpose, and every season of waiting carried instruction. Release courage to move, faith to stand, and obedience to respond. Let your authority rest on those you have marked, not for recognition, but for service. May they emerge from this season carrying light, clarity, and strength for others. What you restore, let nothing steal. What you awaken, let nothing silence. I receive this work as holy, intentional, and complete. Amen. Thank you for joining me in this holy moment. If this prayer spoke to your spirit, take a moment to share what it unlocked in you in the comments below. Your testimony may become the confirmation someone else has been waiting for. As you respond, take a moment to write 999 or 777, and also share your city and where you're listening from. Let this be a quiet but powerful declaration of alignment with what God is restoring in your life. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you stay connected to what God is unfolding next. As we're moving toward 20,000 subscribers, your presence helps this message continue reaching the hearts God is awakening right now. The journey of the chosen is only beginning. The season of silence is ending. The season of glory is here. This isn't just a return, it's a rebirth. This isn't just recovery, it's resurrection. And what God restores, nothing and no one can steal again. To every person who supports this ministry through your prayers, your comments, or by using the Super Thanks feature, thank you. Your faithfulness helps this message travel far beyond what any of us could do alone. Your name is rising, let it rise. If this season is not delaying you but preparing you, what is God trusting you to carry next that requires this level of refinement?